I am just doing something first. I don't want that. Well, let's see. We're not going to be able to figure that out. So, because I'm trying to do something. It's weird. Okay. I'm like touching my face. Okay. So, how is everyone doing today? Thank you for tuning in. My name is Kristen Tinsley from Divine Comedian Tarot. I am a transformational spiritual life coach as well as a psychic medium. If you're watching in any of my YouTube platforms, what's up, guys? So yes, I do talk about nutrition and I do talk about overeating. I recently wrote a book. It's called You Don't Have to Gain the Weight Back, a 7-step survival guide for coming off of weight loss medication that I've been working on for a while. It has literally been like consuming my life for the past couple of weeks. I've been diving into everything that I didn't know about publishing and all of this stuff. And I was like, whoa, there's a lot to know, because you don't want to just put something out there without it being of quality. Okay. So anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about tonight is how not to overeat on the holidays. And you may be thinking, duh, that's a really easy concept. I really don't need to pay attention to this. I can just click off. I just won't overeat. I'll just tell myself I'm not going to overeat. Well, by telling yourself that you're not going to overeat during the holidays will definitely lead to overeating. And here's why. When I say overeating during the holidays, I don't mean by what you put on your actual physical dinner plate, what you eat prior. Because here's the thing, a lot of people try to prevent overeating by eating. So if you know that you're going to go for Thanksgiving around 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, most people, when you get there, they don't have dinner ready. The sides are still being heated up. People are arriving at all different times. The turkey's, kind of cooling off before it gets set, whatever. So what do people do? They pick at appetizers. It's okay to have a couple of appetizers. That's perfectly fine. But what I'm talking about is eating to try to prevent overeating. So that could mean something like having breakfast, which I definitely recommend, and then having lunch, a couple of snacks before you leave the house. This way, in theory, you're full and you won't overeat your meal. But what's the point in that when you're actually really looking forward to eating your meal? You're looking forward to the side. You're looking forward to the turkey. You're looking forward to the desserts. You're looking forward to everything. And I definitely am not saying that you should starve yourself throughout the whole day. Like, that's definitely one thing that a family member, I won't name them by name, is a classic move of hers to do, is she will starve herself all day long. No breakfast, no lunch, no snack, nothing, just to come later on in the day for Thanksgiving and then wolf the food down and then usually end up feeling like, oh my God, not feeling very well. Or just really tired or just overstuffed or eating more than you should just because you're trying to prevent overeating. Okay, so either way, you're overeating. What I definitely recommend the morning of Thanksgiving, get up at a decent hour. If you go out the night before Thanksgiving Eve, you're partying, you're hanging out with family, you're catching up with some people that may have come in from out of town, whatever you're doing, you go into bed a little bit later. Make sure you get up and you prepare yourself a nice breakfast. What I mean by nice breakfast is not pancakes, waffles, French toast, bagels, all those typical donuts, all those typical types of holiday breakfasts that most of us grew up on and that we're used to having. Have a normal breakfast that you would eat. Have some eggs, an avocado toast, have just some scrambled eggs, some bacon, whatever it is. Try to keep it in the high protein range so that you're full for longer. If you know that you're going to be going to someone's house around 11, 12 o'clock, still kind of have that breakfast, whether it's just a scrambled egg or a hard-boiled egg or something, just get protein into you. I do not recommend, especially for my weight loss surgery people, having a protein shake before you go, because having a protein shake really is not going to satisfy you. A lot of it's, and I'm going to get into the new sleevers in a second. Okay, so just bear with me. When you eat protein, you're satisfied. You're going to stay fuller longer. When you eat carbohydrates and you eat sugar like bagels or cream cheese or Dunkin' Donuts, Entenmann's, whatever it is, you are going to crave more sugar and more food, and you're going to get hungry sooner. So as soon as you walk into a house that smells like food and you see cookies and you see crackers and cheese and, all these different types of dips and spreads and appetizers, you're going to immediately start wolfing down on the appetizers. And that is what's going to lead to the overeating, because the meal itself should be the grand prize. That should be what you're filling your stomach with. You can put it on your plate, whatever you want, however much you want to eat. But the overeating actually comes before eating. So just relax on that. All right. For people, because I know I'm speaking to everybody out there in the world, whoever's tuning into this, you may have just had bariatric surgery, or you may be one of the people who are coming off of weight loss medication. The cravings are just like wild. Let's just deal with one group at a time. So if you're new to the bariatric community, welcome. If this is your first Thanksgiving or first holiday just out of surgery, just hang in there. Just hang in there, girl or guy, whoever. Just hang in there, because I'm telling you, it's going to be different, and you're not really, depending on what stage of food that you're able to eat, you're not really going to be able to eat like everybody else. You already know this, okay? If you're just moving into solid foods, take it easy, because I'm telling you right now, it can get pretty painful. What I do recommend for new sleevers, try to go for dark meat, because it tends to be, it's not so dry. It's not like, like white meat where it's a little bit dry. Put a little bit of gravy on there and have that. As far as carbohydrates like mac and cheese or like cornbreads or stuff like that, I'm sorry, it's a no-no. You cannot eat that. My first year after having actually the second year after having bariatric surgery, because I had bariatric surgery right before Christmas. So I wasn't actually able to eat. I didn't have to worry about Thanksgiving. It was the following year was the first time that I had eaten anything like carbohydrates, anything. I had mac and cheese. I had turkey. I woke up the next day sick, very, very sick. So please keep it light, keep it simple. If you're just out of bariatric surgery and you're onto solid foods now, please enjoy the turkey with the gravy, but that's really all that you're going to be able to really kind of get down if you can. Vegetables, if you're not up to vegetables yet, you can't force that, and especially don't go for any type of dessert. Now, I will tell you this. If you're a fan of pumpkin pie, you can have a little bit of pumpkin pie without the pie crust, with a little bit of whipped cream, but make sure that you eat it slowly, because for some reason, dairy just kind of blows up in our stomach and can cause you to feel like a very intense pain in your throat that you're going to wish that you never ate anything. It can be very painful. So if you cannot handle dairy, get the coconut whipped cream instead. I found that actually stopped that from doing that, but just do not eat it too fast. You have to practice eating slowly. You're reintroducing your body to food, to solid food again, after not being on solid food for a long time. So please take it easy. The same thing goes for Christmas. I did have Christmas dinner with my family. We went to an Italian restaurant, and the only thing I was able to eat was half of a meatball, because I was up to solid foods at the time. My doctor was different. He had, me on solid foods after a while. Right away, like right before I left the hospital, I had to eat like a tablespoon of tuna fish, which took an hour to eat. Welcome to bariatric surgery. Weight loss medication community. Oh boy. So if you're still on weight loss medication, you're probably not going to feel like eating anything at all. That is just an illusion. Yes, you are hungry. Yes, you would like to eat some of that food. Please feel free to enjoy your food. Enjoy your food and whatever you like to eat. Of course, do not overdo it because your body will dump out whatever is kind of overdoing it, which is sugar, carbohydrates, stuff like that. So just eat very slowly. Take it slow. Take it very, very slow. But you are hungry. Allow yourself to eat whatever amount of food you would like to eat and keep it moving. If you're coming off of weight loss medication, like I was a couple months ago, your appetite has probably returned a lot. My appetite has calmed down since I did and followed the plan that I made for myself that I wrote in my book. That's going to be out very soon. So you'll know all the supplements and tips and tricks that I have out there for you. So if you're interested in pre-ordering a copy of the book, you can always just message me just message me through any of these or email me at divinefemedian.com. Actually, no, that's my website. So you would have to divinefemedian@gmail.com or just message me or post it in the comments and say, hey, I want to pre-order the book. I need help. It's not a very big book. It's very small. There's a little bit of coaching in there. There's how to get through the holidays. There's how to deal with weight gain. There's how to not gain the weight back, because if you don't have to gain the weight back. But if you are coming off of weight loss medication, it's been like a week or 2 weeks since your last injection, your cravings are going to intensify quite a bit, and you are going to be craving foods that you probably ate in 1985, like I did. It was crazy. I was craving the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle snack pie from the early 90s when I came off it, and I was like, what? So yeah, be very careful with that to not overeat. Your body has been in a low calorie deficit for quite a while since being on weight loss medication, and you need to make sure that you're not you're not overdoing it, because the body's like, woo, now we can eat. So I'm going to make sure that you put that weight back on. It's all in the book, guys. Trust me. I'm going hardcore on this because there's a lot of information that people need to know. If you're posting comments, I can't see them for some reason. Okay. I don't know. I was like messing around with my phone to see if I can go live on Instagram at the same time, and it just like wasn't working. Like it was just awful. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So be very careful, especially when, we tend to drink during the holidays, which we know the drinking can make us eat a little bit more than we normally would, because it does lower, we tend to snack more and pick more. Be careful of overeating after you've already eaten. Once you've eaten your Thanksgiving meal, that really should be it. Okay. Some people just sit around because they're bored and they're talking. They're just popping things in their mouth because they feel guilty about, throwing food away. Listen, if you're the host, don't make so much food. Make food for the people that are going to be there. People tend to make like 10,000 different recipes that are unnecessary that people don't normally eat. Just make what people normally eat. If you want to make 1 or 2 dishes that are not standard, that you've never really made before, and you just kind of want to try them. Like I stepped out of my comfort zone the other day at an event, and I made goat cheese balls, which would not have been something that it's not to say that I wouldn't eat it, but it's just, I've never made them before. I've seen them and they look really pretty, but I've never made them before, and I did, and they were actually very delicious. So that's something that you can make that's, high protein, decent appetizer that you could have that people are definitely going to eat. They're going to be like, wow, this is really good. It's got honey, it's got cranberries, it's got pecans, it's got parsley, it's mixed with like goat cheese and cream cheese, which I said to the chef, I was like, isn't this kind of like a contradiction? You're mixing non-dairy with dairy. Like, how does that work? But anyway, it was delicious and it was really good. And if you want, I can give you the recipe for that, or you can just look it up yourself. It's there's plenty of things that you can make. Like we made mushroom crostinis, which is like mushrooms with onions and all kinds of herbs, like mixed together on like this crusted like baguette. It was wonderful. Okay. I don't know the technical terms. It's not in front of me right now. But mushroom crostini is what it was called, and it was really, really good. So there's a lot of different appetizers that you can make that are light on the stomach. Like, not everything has to be so heavy on the stomach, especially if you've had weight loss surgery, or especially if you are coming off of weight loss medication. Things weigh very heavy on your stomach. So you want to be very careful not to pile everything on your plate and just go for it. One thing at a time. That's where eating slowly comes in. If you're going to, eat your turkey, eat your turkey. If you're going to have your stuffing, have your stuffing. I tend to put the stuffing on top of the turkey and eat it at the same time. And that's what I used to do, but I can't do that anymore. So you have to be careful, especially because you got to see how it's going to hit your stomach. If you're coming off of weight loss medication, you probably know by now that everything that was backed up in your system for, however long you were on the weight loss medication is coming out in full force. So, I think it was like the first 3 or 4 weeks after anything I ate, just, I don't mean to be gross, but just came right out. It was just awful. It was just my body was just rejecting everything I ate, and it was horrible. I didn't feel hungry or anything like that, but the mental cravings were there. I didn't really feel too hungry, but nothing was staying. So I did, there's withdrawals from that medication that people need to be made aware of. So be careful with that, because you don't want to spend the whole holiday in the bathroom. So I'm just warning you. This is all in the book, by the way. I'm just warning you that this could happen, especially if you're drinking alcohol, if you're drinking soda, you're drinking like a lot of sugary stuff. You have to be very careful with what you're eating, because it's may not stay in there. Okay. So just to go over it again, the overeating does not take place when you sit down to eat your Thanksgiving or Christmas or any holiday meal. The overeating takes place before you eat those meals to try to prevent overeating later, because people get in their heads, well, if I eat breakfast and lunch, then I won't overeat on dinner. But dinner is what you want. That's what you came for. So have yourself a nice breakfast in the morning. Typical breakfast in the morning. You're starting your metabolism. You're allowing, yourself to be full. This way you're not you're not going for the appetizers. You're not starving while you're sitting there for everybody to get there and the main course to be served, because most people go and they chill and they hang out with their family. They watch TV, they sit on the couch, and then all of a sudden, dinner's ready an hour, 2 hours later. But in that meantime, you've eaten, whatever appetizers out there. And that could mean a lot of different things. And then now you're not as hungry for your food, so you're not really enjoying it. So just enjoy the holiday dinner that's going to be made for you. Have a decent breakfast in the morning. Do not starve yourself all day long to try to save calories. It does not work that way. Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm saying. When you starve your body, and you don't eat all day, as soon as you eat, your body is going to hold on to the calories that you ate. It's not going to say, oh, okay, I'm just going to let these calories go because you didn't eat 1,200 calories before you sat down for dinner, so I'm just going to excuse the 1,750 calories that you just ate in one meal. No, it's going to hold on to that 1,750 calories. It's not going to burn anything because you didn't give your body food, okay? So we have to keep the metabolism running the best way we can. A lot of us who have been on weight loss journeys, and a lot of us who have been on weight loss medication or have had surgery or just yo-yo dieted for the longest time, we kind of have a broken metabolism, and we have to work with what we got. And the best out of everybody what type of metabolism that you have. But just as a general rule, keep in mind that when you do not feed your body, you don't eat, your body goes into starvation mode, and it holds on to every single calorie that you have. Okay? So be mindful of that. And all calories, listen, go at it Thanksgiving. We never know when this is going to be the last time we're going to have Thanksgiving with ourselves, with anyone within our family. I don't want to get morbid, but just enjoy the holidays. Smile and enjoy the holidays. You already know what's going to be served. Most people don't go outside the box that much. You already know what's going to be served. You know what's going to be there. So plan for it and know that you're going to enjoy your food. And don't feel guilty about it either. Why? The holidays come once a year. It's not like you eat pumpkin pie or apple pie or, all that stuff all year round. This just comes once a year. Okay. So just relax, enjoy the holiday, listen to my advice, eat your breakfast, get things burning. Your digestive system is going to start. Ooh. So also in the book, I talk about bitters because I studied herbology and know a lot about herbs. Get yourself. They sell them in the store. It'd probably be too late to order it, but I take dandelion drops, and let me tell you, they definitely help with digestive system. Okay, so anyone that's going to be eating a very heavy meal and you don't want that in your system, you don't want to feel heavy, you want to feel better, get yourself some dandelion tea. If you have just recently had weight loss surgery, you already know the constipation I'm talking about. If you are on weight loss medication, you already know the constipation I'm talking about. You're still suffering from that. Please get yourself a dandelion drops. You can get them from iHerb or just Google where you could get dandelion drops. Make sure you get a good quality one. Put it in your water and it will definitely help you to have a natural, healthy bowel movement. And dandelion is also very good for cleansing the liver, and it's also very good as a bitter for starting your digestive system so that we have enough stomach acid to break down the food that we're going to be eating, so that the small intestine is not doing all of that work and backing us up, because when the small intestine has to do all that work, it could take about 3 days. So if you're a snacker or anybody that just eats just to eat, just know that you're backing up your small intestine. You're causing yourself, a problem. You're not allowing your body to function. Anyway, that's all in the book. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to message me. Sorry to get gross and technical right before everybody's eat, but I figured if I do it on Monday, by Thursday, you'll just remember the advice and you're not going to be thinking about the fact that I was talking about that thing we all do to help save you. But anyway, so, I mean, I am a medium. I am a psychic. And what type of psychic would I be if I didn't visit my own YouTube channels and my Facebook without pulling a couple of cards for you guys? Oh, okay. Well, why are you in here? Okay. So, Spirit, please and thank you for the collective. Let's get a message for everybody. Sorry if that was loud. I really need to change the notification on my phone. Does anyone else get pissed off at the notification sound that goes on their phone when it's too much? Email, social media, all that stuff. It's just ding, 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 ding. To me, it bothers me. Okay, so let's get it started. That's why psychics don't let anyone touch their cards, because we have to lick our fingers to get it. Let's see what we got. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Somebody's going to be announcing that they're pregnant at Thanksgiving. I could literally see this. I feel like somebody is going to be telling their child that they already have, that there's going to be a new addition to the family coming to the family, is what I'm getting for somebody. So if you know that that's you, so there's two scenarios here. Okay. There is a scenario where someone is telling their child that they're pregnant, but the person they're pregnant by is not this child's father. So this child may get a little bit upset. Listen, the Thanksgiving table, this is Spirit's advice. The Thanksgiving table is not the place to announce this. They're saying recommending. Spirit doesn't say recommend. I'm recommending that you do this at a different time, when I know it's more likely that you want to have your family around you to be supportive, to kind of cushion the blow. But what Spirit is saying is that and not to say that the child won't be unhappy, but they may be a little bit embarrassed because you're like I was just talking about something very sensitive, or not sensitive, but kind of the human thing. So this pregnancy may not be. It could embarrass the child to because I feel like this child's about 8 or 9 years old, so they kind of do understand how babies are made, but I feel like it's not really the right time to say that. So if you were planning on that, maybe not. Okay. All right. But congratulations. Congratulations. And also I could read this a different way. This is the first time that you're bringing somebody. Yeah, this is the first time that you're bringing this. Yeah. There was definitely, I'm speaking to someone here who was a mother, single for a very long time. It was hard for you to build foundations with people. Maybe you had a lot of start and stops with relationships. Or there was definitely a relationship that just kind of like completely destroyed you. And I have a feeling that I know that it has to do with this child who's not the child of the person that you're currently with. And I feel like this child has kind of had to carry the weight of being both a child as well as a friend, as well as like a source of love to you. Let me just shut this phone off because it's really annoying me. It's getting in my way. Do not disturb. Perfect. Okay. This child has kind of been carrying a lot of burdens. I feel like this child, like when you got into this new relationship, has been maybe acting out, has, possibly been messing up in school a little bit. This child is carrying something very heavy because its world is changing. Okay. So I know that you want to focus on your new relationship. I know that it's hard for you. What I really want to say is, whoever I'm speaking to, you have to do the work to heal your broken heart. And you have to do the work as far as thinking about, that your love is to be given to everyone else and not to be given to yourself. You have to love yourself first. Okay. You have to forgive yourself. You have to give yourself that grace. You have to give yourself that love. That's why there's been so many start and stops with trying to get a relationship or a family foundation off the ground, because of that. Because it's give, but I don't receive anything. You're not receiving. And the only way to receive is to receive from you. It doesn't come from an outside source. But this child here is an outside source that comes from within you, that's loving you and is teaching you about love. And is also teaching you about the things that you're carrying around, the broken heart, the bad luck, not loving yourself. Oh, somebody is definitely pregnant. I don't care what anyone says. Somebody is definitely pregnant. Oh boy. If it's not a pregnancy, I kind of feel like Spirit's telling you, like, I'm reading for everyone here, so I'm just getting like a collective message. And usually when I do something like this, several different people will resonate with it, but just resonate it with you for how it comes. Okay. Someone here, this Empress energy here. Okay. If somebody comes at you like a fool and you're not accepting any more of this, and this could very well be the first person I was talking about, where you kind of had some trouble getting over a broken heart. You kind of had some trouble, giving love to yourself. And now I kind of feel like it's a little bit different now, especially if you're in this Empress energy. So this could be somebody who's pregnant right now, or somebody who just is very nurturing, very loving, and somebody that attracts. But what you're not attracting is an idiot, is a jerk who's not coming at you the right way. They're not coming at you with anything tangible. They're just coming at you because you're a light, because you're nurturing, because you are loving. Take it as it resonates, okay? And you're rejecting. Somebody around you feels rejected. They feel rejected. But what they're saying is that this person here has been offered. Here's a good cup for you to bring this empress here, okay? But you're not doing it. Here's this cup to give to her. And nah, I don't want that. I'm just gonna show up in my tights, with the fish in the cup. I'm just gonna show up this way, and she's just gonna have to accept it. The Empress is like, nope, not doing it. I've been through too much. I hear someone. I've been through too much. And if you are pregnant by this person, okay, because we all know shit happens, right? If you are pregnant by this person and they're not, Knight of Cups in reverse, and they're not coming at you the right way, they're not being supportive, they're not being a loving partner, they're not trying to step up to build a foundation with you, you're not taking them as they are just because, you need a man or you need finances or anything. Nope. I could do bad all by myself. Yep. You need to listen to your intuition. I know that you put it out there that you wanted this. This is a wish of yours that you were holding on to have this successful family dynamic. But you need to trust your intuition on this, because if you don't know this by now, this person here is not showing up the right way. They're showing up as a Knight of Cups in reverse, and they're also showing up as a Page of Cups in reverse, which means they're not showing up at all. It's making you angry. Whoever I'm talking to, it's making you angry that this person's not showing up, and you're holding on to this because you don't want to be a single mom again. I get it. I understand. You don't want to be a single mom again. I know. But we also don't want to face the truth of the fact that we made the wrong choice. And the reason why you made the wrong choice is because you're in the wrong energy. You give as the Queen of Cups when you were down here as the Queen of Cups before you became this Empress. The Queen of Cups wants to give someone their cup, but you kept giving it to the wrong person. You understand? Now you're just not accepting it. Now it's like, you know what? I could do bad all by myself. So let's pull from this deck over here. Let's see. What does this person want to say to you? What would this person like to say to this Empress? I hope this is making sense for someone. This is just what I'm picking up on today. It's like, how do you expect me not to overeat if I'm pregnant anyway? Oh, I left when I saw you with someone else. I left when I saw you with someone else. What does that mean? So maybe this person was trying to come at you and then they kind of left when they saw you with someone else. Who's this someone else? Who is this? Who is this other? I left when I saw you with someone else. I kind of get the feeling there was some sort of misunderstanding or something like that. Who is this someone else? Ooh. You were juggling. Couldn't make a decision. I don't think it's I left when I saw you with someone else. I left when I felt like you wanted to be with someone else is what I heard, because I feel like I'm getting the energy of indecision with the Two of Pentacles in reverse here. So I feel like it's, oh, well, I can't decide type thing. And then it was like, whammo. If you're not pregnant, it's fine. Like it's only for small few people. You'll know who you are. What else does this person want to say? It's nice to just sit here and do tarot. I've just been sitting, writing I'm just going to take a break today because I need a break. Staring at this computer screen, trying to perfect everything. It's hard to, it's time for me to heal now. We will be together again. All right, so that makes sense. I left you when I saw you with someone else. It's time for me to heal now. We will be together again. So if it's a situation where this person is not coming towards you because they think that you're trying to make your mind up about someone else, then they're kind of going away to lick their wounds. But Spirit's also nudging me to say that they may have misinterpreted a connection with you and your child's father as being something more than that. Because this person first showed themselves to me as the Page of Cups, which is very immature energy. So this child is like, oh, well, like you can't accept the fact that my child has a father and I have to have a relationship with this person to keep things copacetic, to have a family dynamic. Like, yes, we were together. We had a child, but it didn't work out. But we still have to be around each other for the sake of the child. We still have to communicate. However, if that's the case, then you need to be communicating with this person that that's what that situation is. Not that you should have to defend yourself in that situation, but you can understand how somebody might misinterpret, people who've had that kind of connection. Okay. So I feel like this person is saying we will be together again, but I also feel like it's more along the lines of they kind of need to bow out and back away a little bit so that they can fix the parts of them that don't see this, that are immature, that don't see, that they need to be understanding. Okay. That's a lot to get out. Oh, the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands was here. And the Page of Pentacles. So I just kind of feel like there's the page. Yeah, there's a little bit of, there's some obstacles in the way. Things still need to change. I think it's just best to just this person's just taking a break right now to kind of, recollect themselves and to try to be the person in the energy that you need them to be. Okay, in order to take on this type of dynamic. And you, Empress, may feel like it's too much, but it's not too much. If this person really wants to be with you and they really want to grow with you and they want your love, then they have to learn to accept all of you. And if they're not the right person, then they're not the right person. Okay? So anyway, let me get out of here. Let me get going. I got some things I got to do. I hope that this reading helped someone. I can't help what comes out, just comes out. But overall, Spirit is saying, happy Thanksgiving. The outlook for the family holiday feast is going to be fun. So everybody just hang out with your family, enjoy your time together, enjoy the food. I hope that this advice and this reading was helpful to you. Yes, I do private readings. You can message me or you can leave it in the comments of how you can get a hold of me, or just go to my website, www.divinefeminian.com. The only thing is that my 1 hour mediumship readings are not $125. They are $85. Okay. I asked the guy to change it. He didn't do it. So it's actually $85. But thank you for listening to me. I will be announcing soon my new weight loss program that's starting in January. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It's actually not a weight loss program. Shh, don't tell the body that. It's a weight less program. The body doesn't like weight loss. It sees it as a threat. Don't say weight loss. Anyway, I'm being weird. It's time for me to go. Thank you so much for anyone who watched this. And if you think anyone would benefit from watching this and need to hear it, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys soon. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.